Hello friends, welcome back to VOWIAS. Welcome to the discussion of daily MCQ. Today is 4th of March 2022 and now we are going to discuss 5 MCQs based on the current affairs. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. But before we begin, a small information. The PDF of the discussion will be available in our Telegram channel. The Telegram channel details are there in the description. You can go and download it from there and use this PDF document for your revision. Now let's look at the first question. Consider the following statements regarding the Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. First one, to popularize generic medicines among the masses is one of the objective of the scheme. Second statement says, under the scheme, Jan Aushadhi store can be opened only in the premise of the hospital. Which of the following are correct? A, 1 only, B, 2 only, C, both 1 and 2, and D, neither 1 nor 2. So the first statement is correct because this is one of the main aim of the Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. The scheme initially was launched in 2008, but later it was revamped in 2015, where the main aim is to promote the generic medicines to ensure quality and affordable medicines to the masses. First statement is right. But second statement, if you see, it is given that the store can be opened only in premises of the hospital. This is a wrong statement because you cannot allow a specific store which has to reach the masses to be opened only in hospitals. So that's why the second statement is wrong. The first statement is right. So A1 only is the correct answer. So recently, Pradhan Mantri announced the celebration of Jan Aushadhi Divas every year on 7th of March to educate the public about the benefits of the Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. This scheme was launched by the Department of Pharmaceutical under Ministry of Chemicals, and this scheme is implemented by the Pharmaceuticals and Medical Device Bureau of India. First of all, it was known as the Bureau of Pharma PSUs of India. And under this, various incentives are given. And the main objective, if you see, as I told already, to ensure quality and affordable medicine to all the masses. And also to ensure availability of menstrual services, that is the Jan Aushadhi Suvidha sanitary napkins to all women across India. And if you see under this, any charitable society, NGO, self-help group, institution with at least 3 years of experience of correct operations in the welfare task is also eligible to open the Jan Aushadhi store. This can be opened outside hospitals as well. Okay, so this is all the information. You can just pause and go through the information once again. Now let's look at the next question. The second question, consider the following statement regarding the Bakranangal Dam. First one, Bakranangal Dam is a concrete dam on the Chenab River in Himachal Pradesh. Second one, the dam forms the Gobind Sagar Reservoir. Which of the following are correct? A, 1 only, B, 2 only, C, both 1 and 2, and D, neither 1 not. So first statement says Bakranangal is a concrete gravity dam on Chenab River. This is wrong because the Bakranangal Dam is on the Satluj River. It is on the Satluj River in Himachal Pradesh. So first statement is wrong. Second statement says it forms the Gobind Sagar Reservoir. This is the right statement. So B2 only is the correct answer. Recently, central government decided to adopt a new criteria for selecting the board members of the VOWIAS Management Board. The Bakranangal is a concrete gravity dam on Satluj River. BS Bakra is on Satluj River in Himachal Pradesh. It forms the Gobind Sagar Reservoir and is the third largest reservoir in India. The first being the Indira Sagar Dam in Madhya Pradesh and second is the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam. Described as the new template of Resurgent India by Jawaharlal Nehru, the dam attracts tourists from all over India. The Nangal Dam, another dam in Punjab downstream of Bakra Dam. However, sometimes both dams together is called Bakranangal Dam, though they are two separate dams. Okay, so this is the information about Bakranangal Dam. So let's go on to the next question. First statement. This question is regarding the dry bulb and dew point. First statement says the dry bulb temperature basically refers to the ambient air temperature. Second statement, the dew point is the temperature where water vapor starts to condense out of the air. We have to choose the correct statement. A, 1 only, B, 2 only, C, both 1 and 2, and D, neither 1 nor 2. The correct option is C, both 1 and 2. Both the definitions are correct. See, you have to go through these kind of basic definitions because in the exam last year also we have seen the basic sciences questions are started to come in the exam. So just go through these kind of things. So recently, the part 2 of 6th assessment report of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change emphasized on the trend in the wet bulb temperatures in South Asia. So what is dry bulb temperature basically? Dry bulb temperature is the temperature of the air temperature. It is the property that is mostly used to talk about what is the ambient temperature. Okay, so the dry bulb temperature is something which is used to measure. It is measured using the normal thermometer, which is really exposed in the air but shielded from radiation moisture. Next is the dew point temperature, which is nothing but it is the temperature where water vapor starts to condense out of the air. It is the temperature at which air becomes completely saturated. That means air cannot take more moisture. The air is 100% saturated. That means in the air you have moisture. Already 100% moisture is there. It cannot take more moisture. So what it will do? it will start forming, it will start condensing, it will start forming water vapor. Sorry, you can say that it will start depositing water vapor. That is called as dew point. Above this point, above this temperature, the moisture stays in the air. If the dew point is close to the dry temperature, the relative humidity is high. If the dew point is well below the dry air temperature, the relative humidity is low. Okay, because see, at the end of the day, if you see, if the, as I said already, if the dew point is related to humidity, right? Dew point is related to humidity. Dew point is the point where the water vapor starts to condense out of the air and what starts forming water vapor. Start condense out of the air. That means the moisture will be formed. So if this dew point is near to the dry bulb temperature, then what does it mean? Then there will be more moisture around us. Okay, so that means the humidity is high. That's what it is given here. Okay, so dew point temperature always lower than the dry bulb temperature, and it will be identical with 100% relative humidity. It will always be lower than the dry bulb temperature, definitely. Otherwise, if it is near to the dry bulb temperature, so then even a normal condition we should have 100% moisture. But as this is not the case, so the dew point temperature is always lower. Okay. Now let's look at the fourth question. Consider the following statements regarding the Konark Sun Temple. The Sun Temple belongs to the Kalinga school of Indian temples with characteristic curvilinear towers mounted by the cupolas. Second one, the alignment of Sun Temple in the north-south direction. Which of the following are correct? A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. And the correct option is A 1 only. So the Konark Sun Temple belongs to the Kalinga school of Indian temples with characteristic curvilinear towers mounted by the cupolas. This is right. The alignment of the Sun Temple is not north-south direction. That is a wrong statement. Okay. Actually, why this was in news is recently Odisha government has planned to run the Sun Temple completely on solar energy. That's why it was in news. The main temple was called as the Black Pagoda by the European sailors. It was called as Black Pagoda, and it was built by King Narasimha Devan I of the East Ganga dynasty from 1238 to 1250 CE. The Sun Temple built in the 13th century was conceived as a giant chariot of sun god with 12 pairs of exclusively ornamented wheels pulled by the 7 pairs of horses. Its fine traces and scrollwork, the beautiful and natural cut of animals and human figures all give it superiority over the other temples. The Sun Temple belongs to the Kalinga school of Indian temples with curvilinear towers mounted over the cupolas. The main sanctum was constructed along with the audience hall and have elaborate external projections. Alignment is in the east-west direction and north in north-south direction. That is the reason, as the alignment is east-west direction, when the sun rises, the sunrise directly fall onto the temple on the deity. In fact, it is a World Heritage Site and is in the eastern shore of the Odisha. It's a massive temple dedicated to sun god. Great poet Rabindranath Tagore wrote of Konark. Here the language of stone surpasses the language of man. Okay, so this is written by who? It is written by Rabindranath Tagore. Now let's look at the next question. The fifth question. The demand for Tibaga movement in Bengal was for, it's a previous year CSE question of 2013. A. The reduction of share of landholders from 1/2 of the crop to 1/3. B. The grant of ownership of land to the peasants as they were the actual cultivators of the land. C. The uprooting of zemindari and end of serfdom. And D. Writing of peasant debts. So you have to choose the correct option, and the correct option is A, because the Tibaga movement was started, it was in Bengal during the 1946-47 by the Kisan Sabha, and their main demand was reduction of the share of the landholders from 1/2 to 1/3. That was the main demand. So okay, the Tibaga movement was a peasant movement in Bengal, and it was led by the shareholders of they are also called as the Bargadars against the oppressive landlords. Okay, so this was in 1946-47, and the main aim is for the reduction of share of the landlords from 1/2 to 1/3. That is called as Tebaga, Bhaga. Okay, that means the share, right? So yeah, the same thing what I've just explained is given here. You can just pause and go through this again. Okay. So guys, before I leave a small information, we are providing Vision Prelims test series and Vision monthly magazine summaries. You can subscribe to these summaries at just rupees 1440 for new student and 1280 for old student. This is a very good offer for you. Do make the best use of this initiative, because as you know, when the exam is coming, it's always important for us to revise the same thing multiple times. Okay, so do make the best use of this. If you have any question, any query, do get back to us. We are very much happy to help you. That's it guys from our side. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind.